Morning Internet, and welcome to another thrill-packed video by an American living in Asia. Today we're wandering through downtown Kuala Lumpur, no place in particular as a destination. And I wanted to take a look at Dataran Merdeka from one of the inns that we don't normally see it. I also want to talk about some of the things that have been going on here because of the virus pandemic sweeping the globe. Anyway, stay tuned. Join me on this walk through town. This was a car-free morning here in Kuala Lumpur. And quite honestly, I'm surprised that they still held it, because earlier this week, the Prime Minister announced that all gatherings of people of 200 or 250 people or more were, I think the term used was banned, but apparently it wasn't. Anyway, the road is still closed. There's not that many people hanging around, but the car-free weekend officially is over for today. It's past 9 a.m. Not really sure what time it is. But we're going to go and check out that part right there of Dataran Merdeka, where the monument and fountain and big flagpole is. I came down here today because it's a really nice day. Sky is blue. It's early in the morning and I knew it wouldn't be that crowded, so I thought I would come down and get some nice pictures of Dataran Merdeka. Normally in Kuala Lumpur it's a little bit cloudy, and this time of day in Kuala Lumpur is usually not a good time to be taking pictures because the light is not that good. Behind me you see the Perpustakaan Kuala Lumpur, which is the Kuala Lumpur City Library. As libraries go, this is probably the best one I've ever used. In 2012, I was here teaching and I needed to use a library for a couple of hours each day. And when I went looking for one, a taxi driver originally dropped me off at the National Library, which is not really that far from here. But it wasn't really the best place to be working in. The next day I came here, the Kuala Lumpur City Library, and found one of the best libraries I've ever worked in before. It's quiet. It's large. It's got a lot of space to spread things out if you need to get some work done. It's got good internet connection, all kinds of things. Plus it's air conditioned. So I know a lot of people probably don't come to Kuala Lumpur to use the library, but if you do, this is the library you want to use. It's newly refurbished. It was closed for a while in 2018 and 19, I believe. But it has been reopened and it is ready for business. I'm told that this flagpole is 100 meters tall. Now, I've never measured it, so I don't really know. But it's right at the end of Dataran Merdeka. And the reason it's called Dataran Merdeka is depicted in that picture right there. This is where, in 1957, Malaysia declared its independence from Great Britain. Dataran Merdeka means Independence Square. Dataran simply means square or field or something like that. This particular square used to be a cricket pitch. And you can see something to do with cricket out there in sort of like the middle of the field. It looks like a mini runway, but it has something to do with playing cricket. Now, I don't know much about cricket other than it starts with C, but that is what this field used to be before it became a national monument, I guess you would call it. And this building over here to the left is the Selangor Cricket Club, or the Royal Selangor Cricket Club, I think. They donated this field to the country soon after independence. I'm not really sure if that's still a cricket club or not. It's really something when I'm able to cross the road in the middle of Kuala Lumpur without looking both ways, up, down, and everywhere else. This is truly unusual, and I try to take advantage of it whenever I can. Okay, let me explain what has been going on here because of the pandemic. Like almost any other place on the planet, people here have been advised not to gather in big groups. The Prime Minister has banned gatherings of more than 250 people. We have been advised not to go out in public if we're not feeling well. We've been told to wash our hands a lot. And there's even things on TV and the internet showing people how they should wash their hands. Luckily for me, I've known how to wash my hands for quite some time now. There is testing going on. There is a few people that do have the virus, but it's not as many as you would think. So there doesn't seem to be what is being called in some places a panic. We have loads of toilet paper here, although I'm not going to go into the reason why. I've been following stories about the lack of toilet paper in the United States, and I thought that this might actually be a good thing, because then the need to ration toilet paper might cause some people to try to reduce the need for it, which would help with the obesity epidemic. YouTube, erase that. There are things that are missing here in Kuala Lumpur, though. You cannot find those face masks that you see people wearing. You cannot find hand sanitizer, and that's in the city. Now, whether that's true outside Kuala Lumpur, in some of the smaller towns and villages in the country, I don't know. The only time I've actually been outside Kuala Lumpur in the last couple of years was when I either left the country or when I took a trip to Ipoh, which you can see a link for at the top of the screen. So whether it's like this everywhere in Malaysia, I don't know. If you come downtown to look at the Abdul Samad building near Dataran Merdeka, one of the things that you really should do is go behind the building. There's another park-like area between Dataran Merdeka and Masjid Jamak that most people never see because they don't know it's here. But it's just behind the building. It's easy to figure out how to get here, and you'll be treated to a nice, mostly quiet, tree-lined area to sit, relax, or just stroll around. But it's right next to the River of Life project, and it's well worth coming down here to take a look. I think I commented on this steam on my original River of Life video, and I cannot figure out why they do this. It's artificial steam. It's not really steam. It's some kind of mist that they pump into the air next to the river every now and then. And I don't know why. It's not like there's just not enough humidity in Kuala Lumpur that somebody decided we must have more humidity. But this just cranks up the humidity in this area like crazy. And you can feel it. As soon as these misters come on, all of a sudden you're covered with water, no matter where you are in the area. All right, I'm going to take a walk over to the monorail and head back to my apartment. That's it from Kuala Lumpur. Thanks for watching. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. We'll see you next time.